So I'm sure you're already hearing, leave it all behind, 2025, leave it all behind. But let's talk about how to do that. If you're preparing for everyday coaching in 2026 with me, let's talk about how to leave events behind in 2025 that didn't feel so great. So I use a tool, and it's just a 3-step journaling tool. So first step is what happened. Give an event in 2025 that was painful or that you didn't care for or that you're wanting to leave behind. What happened? Then step 2 of the journal is what did you hope would happen? That's where we really get to the emotions of the disappointment. What is it we're trying to leave behind? And what did we hope would happen, right, that we didn't get? And so we're going to write that out, what we hoped would happen. And then the last part is, what do we know now? What do we do with the information of this is what happened, this is what we hoped would happen, and there's a gap in the expectation and in the reality, and what do we do about that, or how do we reconcile that, right? What do we do with that information? That is us reconciling the gap, and that is where you make choices out of that information. So what happened to you? What did you hope would happen? And what do you now know? Because what you now know is what you get to make choices from. And this can be anything from the Oreo that you ate in 2025, that you ate the Oreo. What did you hope would happen? Well, you hoped you'd have more discipline or self-control. What do you now know? Well, you now know that if somebody has Oreos, make decisions differently, right? All the way to betrayal or lies or whatever you've got going on. If you want to leave things from 2025 behind, what happened? What did you hope would happen? And what do you now know? Because what we now know is what we get to take into 2026. And you got this.